Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. And our last chapter, what did we discuss? Yes, we have learned about unity in diversity, and we also learned a term which was coined by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. We also learned India is a diverse country and is full of diversity. People speak different languages. Peoples are from different caste, religion, gender, but they live together. Do they get equal rights or do they discriminated? Yes. Let's find out more about discrimination and understand these terms. So, in our next chapter, that diversity and discrimination, and we'll understand the terms. Okay, so what we are going to learn in this chapter, diversity and discrimination. As we all know that history and geography plays a very important role in an identify the diversity of place. And then we will talk about India. It is one of the most religiously and ethnically diverse nation in the world, with some of the most deeply religious society and culture. It also a birth of many religions. Can you name some? Okay. Yes, we have Hinduism, Jainism, Christianism, and Buddhism, etc. When we talk about languages, it has more than 1600 languages. There are 22 major languages in Indian written in 13 different scripts with over 7020 dialogues. There are 3000 castes and 25,000 subcastes in India, each related to a specific occupation. What does they show? What does they prove about this India? Yes, you are right. We can conclude that India is extremely diverse country. So, what do you think? Is this diversity accepted by the people all over the India or all over the around the world? No. So, listen it carefully. Do they celebrated it? No, this diversity is not always celebrated in this because we feel safe and secure with some people who look like us, who talk like us, who dress like us, and who think like us. Understood? So, in this chapter, you can see this picture. You can see there are so many people and they look different. Okay, so they think different. So, what we are going to study in this chapter? Difference and prejudice, creating stereotypes, inequality and discrimination, one being discriminated against, story of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, striving for equality, and NCERT solution. Okay, so before that, I want to tell you one story about Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so you must have seen the picture of the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. He used to wear a simple dhoti, carried a stick, and had a very simple food habit. At times, he lived on just some milk. He walked miles and did not travel in a big cars. He may have looked like a simpleton, but do you know? He was a very learned man. He was a lawyer in Britain and South Africa. He helped the country get independence from its British rule. Okay, so Everyone is different. Everyone has good qualities and some not so good. Therefore, it's wrong to judge anyone by their outward appearance. There is common saying, looks can be deceptive. Okay, so what you learn from this story, though the Gandhiji wore a simple dhoti, his food habit is different. It's very simple. He was very down to earth, but he was well educated person. He fight for our independence. Okay, so we should not judge the people by their outward appearance. Okay, so the next point is, you can see, so below are some statements on people living in the rural and urban areas. Okay, so here you have to take mark those that you agreed with. So there are two parts, one is on rural people and one is on urban people. So you have to uh, pick whatever you feel. So first is, more than 50% of all Indians live in village. Second is, the villagers do not care about their health. They are full of superstitions. इसका मतलब है कि अंधश्रद्धा. Okay. First point is what they said कि 50% Indian people live in a village and those who live in a village they are superstitions. उसका मतलब है कि हाफ जो पीपल विलेजेस में रहते हैं वो अंधश्रद्धालु होते हैं. ओके, सो you can see the next part. People in a village are backward and do not like to use modern agriculture technology. Okay, and the fourth point is, in peak harvesting and plantation season, families spend 12 to 14 hours working in the fields. Okay, peak harvesting means peak कापणी. Okay, so villagers are forced to migrate to cities in search of work. Let me talk about the rural people. What they said here कि 50% जो लोग रहते हैं वो विलेजेस में रहते हैं. उनका सेकंड कहना ये है कि वो बहुत ज़्यादा अंधश्रद्धालु रहते हैं. उनका थर्ड कहना है कि वो people in villages are background and do not like to use a modern agriculture technology. ये तो गलत बात हुई. बहुत सारे अभी हम देखते हैं कि विलेजेस में they use a modern techniques. Okay, they developed by using this agriculture, this techniques. Okay, the modern techniques and उन्होंने बहुत सारे अच्छी खेती करना शुरू किया है ये मॉडर्न टेक्निक्स यूज करने के बाद. ओके, इट्स नॉट राइट सेंटेंस. So in a peak harvesting and plantation season, families spend a 12 to 14 hour working in the field. यहाँ पे ये बात सही हो सकती है कि but if they using these modern techniques, so they are not spending 12 to 14 hours in a peak for the harvesting. Okay, अभी जो मशीनरी वो यूज करते हैं इससे वो उनका काम बहुत आसान हो गया है. Then the last is, the villagers are forced to migrate to cities in a search of work. Migrate का मतलब होता है कि स्थलांतर करना. Okay, so villagers are going for a searching of a work. अभी जो वो खेती करना छोड़ दिया है उन्होंने और वो शहरों की तरफ भाग रहे हैं क्योंकि उनको काम ढूंढना है और जल्दी से अच्छे से कमाना है, ऐसा उनका कहना है. Okay, now we'll talk about the urban people. The life in the city is easy. People here are spoiled and lazy. तो शहरों में रहने वाले के लोग कैसे होते हैं? वो आलसी होते हैं, लेजी होते हैं. ओके, मॉर्निंग में उनका उठना जल्दी नहीं होता. ये बात तो गलत है. शहरों के लोग बहुत हार्डवर्किंग भी होते हैं, जैसे गांव के भी लोग हार्डवर्क करते हैं. ओके, वो अपने जॉब के लिए जाने के लिए कितने जल्दी उठते हैं और भागते हैं अपने काम पे जाने के लिए. उनको ऑन टाइम पहुंचना पड़ता है. द सेकेंड सेंटेंस इज, इन सिटीज families spend very little time with each other. Though they are working in offices or some other companies, so they are not giving a particular time to their families. Okay, this sentence is. So people in the cities only care about money, not about people. आई एम नॉट अग्रीड विद दिस सेंटेंस. यहाँ पे उन्होंने इसे कहा है कि शहरों में रहने वाले लोग सिर्फ पैसों के पीछे भागते हैं और दे आर नॉट टेकिंग केयर और नॉट थिंकिंग अबाउट द पीपल. ओके, लिविंग इन द सिटीज इज एक्सपेंसिव. अ लार्ज पार्ट ऑफ पीपल्स earnings is spent on rent and transport. Okay, so whatever they are earning, okay, so the living in the city is very expensive. ऐसा उनका कहना है कि शहरों में रहना एक्सपेंसिव है क्योंकि वो अपना पैसा ट्रांसपोर्ट के लिए और रेंट के लिए ज़्यादा खर्चा करते हैं. ओके, एंड द लास्ट पॉइंट इज सिटी पीपल कैन नॉट बी ट्रस्टेड, दे आर कनिंग एंड करप्टेड. ओके, सो यहाँ पे उन्होंने ऐसे कहा है कि शहरों में रहने वाले जो इंसान है तो वो करप्टेड है. ओके, वो ट्रस्टवर्दी नहीं है, वो बहुत सेल्फिश कनिंग टाइप के रहते हैं. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस? ओके, some of these statements above see the villagers as dirty, ignorant and superstitious, and see the people in the cities as money minded, lazy, cunning. When our opinions about certain people are always negative, seeing them as a lazy and cunning, stingy इट इज़ द मीनिंग दैट कंजूस. वो जो लोग हैं उनके बारे में जो स्टेटमेंट दिया गया है, आई थिंक इट्स रॉन्ग. वो कंजूस भी नहीं होते, मनी माइंडेड भी नहीं होते, विलेजर्स आर डर्टी नहीं होते, दे आर हार्ड वर्कर. ओके, and nowadays we can see the changes in villages. Okay, if we develop the villages, we can see the changes in their lifestyle. Okay, so they can become a prejudice. Here I want to discuss about the prejudice. What is meant by prejudice? Before explaining the prejudice, I will tell you one more story. Okay, so listen it carefully. Okay, now just listen the story. There was a boy named Pradeep. Pradeep was traveling with his parents by a car through a desert highway. Suddenly, their car stopped and they were stranded. His father tried to start the car but realized that they had run out of petrol. It was getting dark, so they waved at many passing cars, but no one stopped to help them. Then they saw a group of villagers walking towards them. His father asked his mother to hide her jewelry. She immediately removed her gold chain and earrings and hid it under the seat. The villagers came by and asked them, "Is everything okay?" His father did not say anything. So the villagers told them that it is dangerous to stop on the highway and asked them to drive off as sometimes Dacoits come to this area after dark. So do you know Dacoits means thief रहते हैं ना, उनको Dacoits कहते हैं. Okay. So Pradeep's father said, okay. In some times they noticed two men coming on the motorcycle. The men looked dark, tall, with the big mustaches. Pradeep felt scared looking at them. He thought these people would take away all their money and harm them. One of them asked his father what happened. His dad told that they had run out of petrol. The men asked them to wait inside the car and told them to lock it from inside. Okay. Then they drove away. After 15 minutes, they returned with a can of petrol. They told Pradeep's father to fill the petrol and drive till the nearest petrol pump, which was about 7 kilometers ahead. They told his father, "We could only afford to bring this much fuel." Pradeep's father thanked them and offered them a reward of rupees 500, but they took only rupees 100. They said, "No sir, this is petrol. This petrol was for rupees 100 only. We cannot take more than that." After assuring that the car started again, the two men drove away. Pradeep asked his father, "Dad, why did you tell Mom to hide away her jewelry?" His father said, "Son, there are lots of poor villagers here. They could have robbed us for the gold." Pradeep asked again, "Dad, but these people only help us." The rich who drove away in their cars did not even stop for us. These people not only helped us but did not even take the reward of you offered. His parents were speechless. So, what do you think of the story? Were Pradeep's parents right in their assumptions? What do you think? So, why I told this story to you? To let you know the meaning of prejudice. Okay, so prejudice means a biased opinion based on insufficient knowledge. Prejudice comes from the word pre and judge. Making a judgment before knowing any detail is prejudice. Understood? So, without knowing anything about the particular person, we don't have rights to judge them. Okay? In our society, many of us are affected by prejudice. We may have beliefs which may not be factually correct or may be incomplete, but these beliefs make us to certain decisions and form perceptions. Okay, so like in the story above, okay, like in the story which I told you, that Pradeep's father told his wife to hide the jewelry. He also did not tell the first group that they had run out of petrol. If he had, they may have received help earlier. Am I right? Okay, if Pradeep's father could tell the first villagers group about this, they don't have the petrol in the car or they run out of petrol, so they could get help earlier. Am I right? But what they did, they, okay, so but the prejudice that the people of that area were dangerous led him, okay, to take these decisions. His parents had believed that all people in those areas were likely to take away their life and property, but it was not so. In fact, they tried to warn them of danger and even help them. Okay, got it? So, the people hold prejudice about many things like people's complexions, you can say, or skin color, the clothes they wear, the language they speak, the region they come from, or their religion they follow, or etc. Some people think that an English speaking person is better educated and learned than a person who speaks in Hindi or local language. They form this judgment without even knowing the background and educational qualification of that person. Similarly, people have tendency to think that a person who is fair complexed is superior. India was under the British rule for hundreds of years. they had become the rulers and the landlords. Most Indians were poor at their misery. Since then, people have these perceptions that the white people are superior to the brown skinned Indians. So much is the prejudice that even today the highest selling cosmetic is the fairness cream. Am I right? So you can see, so many idea this advertise what they highlight first. their tagline is आपके स्किन को गोरापन लाने के लिए ये क्रीम का इस्तेमाल करो. ओके, सो prejudice is bad for society. Sometimes people are so prejudiced that they do not even want to talk or meet certain people. This leads to division in the society, and some people tend to get. So we should avoid talking discussion without knowing and understanding the realities. Okay, so understood about the prejudice. Okay, so our next point is creating stereotypes. Okay.